Okay, so this is the last screencast for acids and bases, and it has to do with Table M. Now, for whatever reason, Table M is not in your review book reference table. I don't know if it's, copyrighted or something like that. But in any event, these are common acid-base indicators. So indicators just tell you relatively, is it an acid or a base, kind of the pH range, but not in too much detail. So you could actually use these indicators in combination to really pinpoint what the pH of a solution is, but we don't worry about that in this class. You guys are also going to have an opportunity to do this on your own at home, so I hope you take me up on that opportunity. But anyway, let me just explain this table to you. So the first one we have is methyl orange. So methyl orange has a pH range for color change between 3.1 and 4.4, and the color change is red to yellow. Okay, all that means is that if you have a substance that has a pH less 3.1 or less, it's going to be red. If you put a drop of methyl orange into a very strong base, which means it's definitely going to have a pH greater than 4.4, right? Because bases have high pH, it's going to be yellow. Excuse me. Same idea with bromthymol blue. Luckily, you don't have to pronounce these, you guys, especially now that we're remote. If you put a drop of bromthymol blue into a strong acid, because the strong acid is going to have a pH less than 6, it's going to be yellow. If you put bromthymol blue into a base, it's going to be blue. So you can kind of go through this all if you have colored pencils. That's kind of cool. Phenolphthalein, if you have in a strong base, this is a very popular one that we use when we do that titration. So if you have a pH of 9 or greater, it's going to be pink, and anything less is going to be clear like water. Litmus is, I'm just going to do bromcresol green because I'm yellow down here. So thymol blue and bromcresol green 3.8 and less for bromcresol green is yellow. Thymol blue 8.0 and less is yellow. And then blue for these two. And then litmus, if it's in a strong base, is blue. If it's in a strong acid, it's red. So let me just show you how they use this. So say you have an unknown material, really you wouldn't know whether or not it would be an acid or a base. That's the whole idea. But say I took, I don't know, how about bromthymol blue? So let's just say this is a pretty strong acid, which means the pH is going to be low. So let's just say it has a pH of around 2. Again, we don't know this. We're just, trying to test it with the indicator. So we put a drop of orange. So here's methyl orange. We're dropping methyl orange in here. I think I just switched it. Sorry, I'm bromthymol blue. We're dropping bromthymol blue. And because the pH is 2, which is less than 6, this solution is going to turn, the whole thing is going to turn yellow just from that one drop. And the same idea if we take bromthymol blue and we drop it into a basic solution. So really almost any basic solution, because the color change would be 7.6 and greater. It's going to be a nice blue color. So again, this would be for bromthymol blue. BB, we call it. Okay, now oftentimes students have questions, well, what if you have a solution that is between 6.0 and 7.6? So those of you who are my artists, and maybe you remember this, if you mix yellow and blue, you get green. So actually between those colors would be green. With methyl orange, between those colors, between those numbers would be orange, but we don't really worry about that. We're just looking at, is it a base or is it an acid, strong base or strong acid. And again, as always, if you have any questions, let me know.